Is that good? So I want to officially welcome you today too. It's such a joy to have you here, amazing leaders. If you are joining us for the first time, this is the Leading Man Summit Global Edition 2024. Uh, we have delegates from over 82 locations around the world. So if you're in this room, you're in the room of leaders, shapers, change makers, entrepreneurs, ministers, general overseers, fathers, grandfathers, all kinds of men in this room, So I wanted to embrace the energy of what is happening in this room. There is always energy is life. Money is not the only thing you spend. You spend energy. And that's why you have to eat well, you have to be fit. Because even when you don't have money in your pocket, you must have energy to spend for conversation, productive conversation, to be able to think properly. So energy is life. You must always protect your energy. You must be conscious of the energy that is coming out of you and into you. So when you come into a room like this, you know what is happening? You're having collision, bombardment of energy coming at you. So you have to be willing to embrace and inhale the energy, because upon all the men in this room are workings of different energies. Energy for financial growth, for creative intelligence, for family stability, for global expansion. So you pour out yourself, okay? So sometimes if you don't open up, these things that are thrown at you cannot enter you. You only become a wall that bounces back things that are thrown at you. All right. So sometimes you even go to a conference, not really because you want to learn something new, but because of the energy. All right. There was a time I traveled to a country and they lodged me in a very lovely resort. But I was supposed to stay there for like 2 weeks. But on the second day, I just realized that, I was not having the energy that I needed because I love energy. You know why? The resort was so good, everything was provided, but it was too isolated. And I was just all by myself. So I had to tell them to relocate me to a different hotel in the city where I'm going to be seeing a lot of people. It's a psychological way to speak performance. All right. So sometimes when you are dull, you feel depressed, you feel low. You know what you're going to do? Get out of your room and go to where people are. All right. And as you're mingling with people, you're seeing the energy, the cars, all of those things. There's collision of energy. Your spirit, your body will inhale it. And before you know it, you'll come alive. This is a strategy that can change your life. And that's why when they isolate people in prison, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to break their energy. They're not having conversation with nobody, interaction with nobody. They're just all by themselves. When they look to the left, they see a wall. To the right, they see a wall. To the front, they see a wall. To the back, they see a wall. They're not seeing human beings. Conversations are not taking place. All right. So conversation can build up energy. Okay. So this is one of the ways you want to position yourself as a high performer this year going forward as a man. Okay. Sometimes maybe there's so much challenge at work. You get home, you're having issue with your family. Hey, you need to isolate yourself and go to a place where you can receive positive energy and then come back. If you don't do that, very soon the negative energy will overwhelm you and you will start feeding back the negative energy to your staff, to your client, to your customers, to your wife, and to your children. So you must understand energy conversion. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So when you come to a room like this right now, open up yourself to receive the energy. Look at what Dr. Alex did to us yesterday. He came in with his own energy and he was able to transfer that energy to all of us, all the delegates in the room. We felt it in our bones across different borders right there in your room. His voice traveled through this frequency to different nations and imparted out. So if you're going to improve your energy this year, you will close more deals. You attract more high-paying clients. You look more exciting. You look more success-oriented. You look more alive than ever before. I just feel like that is for somebody. So the person that is going to be speaking to you today, all right, leader, Dr. Harles was great. This one is going to take it to another level. You have to pay attention. If you're going to maximize this man, you have to pay attention because he's going to be saying so many things in split seconds. So you want to make sure nothing is distracting you. Pay attention to everything that's going to be said and key into the energy so that beyond the words that is said, you can capture that energy and that vibration can live with you as you leave this room. Knowledge is indestructible. Okay, knowledge is knowledge, truth is truth. It doesn't matter whether it's transferred to you physically or through online medium. It does not deplete the strength of the truth that is transferred. Okay, so but how you receive it matters. Okay, I feel I'm helping somebody to maximize today already. So open up yourself as we begin today. We have our leader Charles Harvis. Leader Charles Harvis is an African. It's a unique gift of God to this continent and to this generation. He is a global business consultant. He leads a chain and group of companies in multi-million dollars. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying naira, multi-million dollars company, chain of companies. All right. So this is, people say, hey, Dr. Mike, you're a genius. I love what you do. I have a lot of geniuses in my circle. So this is one of the geniuses in my circle. All right. So everything is going to show you today. I want you to pay attention because as men, I was showing you yesterday your responsibility as a man, your transition as a boy to a man, to a leader, to a husband, to a father, to a grandfather, to an icon. And I showed you your key responsibilities. At some point, you need to provide. And as a provider, you must build what they call enterprise intelligence. Enterprise intelligence. You must develop love for enterprise. Okay, how you can translate solutions into palpable tools for transformation, and then you can attract value because of the solution you are providing. So as men that are going to change the world, we have to position to build things. Okay, I said yesterday, you build legacies through, sustainable values, culture, and systems. And some of you are going to be building your value through, career path. But eventually, it doesn't matter where the channels. As you are making your profit, you need to deploy that into building things that will become yours. All right. So if you are going to be building, that's why I brought you somebody that is going to guide you, push you harder to build. If you're just starting to build, and if you've been building, this person is going to push you, encourage you to keep building because the goal is to go global. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce to you today one of the finest, one of the smartest, and one of the most prolific speaker, trainer, consultant, business developer, CEOs on the continent. He operates in the fintech, sector. That sector is not